Yo, yo, yo! Is D.Arthur in the building? Talking to you guys today about semen retention, social anxiety, how you can overcome social anxiety, and how you can win her if you have social anxiety. Now, okay, so what is social anxiety? Social anxiety is just the fear of interacting socially with people. It's the fear of, if I interact with somebody, what would they think of me? Would they judge me? Like, it's just being scared to be social. When you go out, you get scared and you kind of just uh, try to get in your bubble and try to not look people in the eye. And you're just scared to be out and social. Now, this stems from a lot of things. This can come from your childhood, how people treated you when you were growing up. If you got made fun of, like say in high school or middle school or elementary school, and how over time, or maybe how your family members treated you or your friends treated you, or how people said that you weren't enough. Over time, this kind of got imprinted into your brain, into your subconscious mind, and then it started to become your belief that you weren't enough. And then over time, this is how you turn into that behavior of being socially anxious and always like not thinking you're good enough. This comes from a bunch of conditioning. So the most important thing to do to overcome social anxiety and be free from it forever, what you have to do is just make minimal progress every day. You have to make 1% progress every single day to what you can do before you go out. Make a goal for you to say, today I'm going to look 5 people in the eye and just say, hey. You don't have to talk to them. You just say, hey, and then you're on your way. Just wave and go on your way. Now, what starts to happen when you start doing this consistently, your brain starts getting evidence of your new attitude, and then you're gonna start a new belief system. The brain likes to see evidence. The more you can affirm something, like the more you can show your brain that you have confidence, the more it starts to believe it, and the more it starts to believe it, the more your natural tendencies will start to mirror that behavior. Does that make sense? The more you start doing something consistently, the more it turns into a habit. And then that habit change starts into routine. And then over a period of time, your natural tendencies are going to be not social anxious, and you're going to be expressive. Now, the best way to keep doing this is just to make sure that every time that you go out, you give yourself a go and you defeat it. Because if you give yourself a go and you don't do it, it's gonna reaffirm that old belief system. Once that old belief system comes back, it's harder and harder and harder to start your new beliefs. So every single day, try to make sure that you are doing things that form your new belief system. Whether it's looking at people in the eye, asking for what you want. This is a big thing. Asking for what you want. Now, can you still attract women into your life if you are socially anxious? You can, but it's definitely going to take some more work. You have to give yourself new actions to make sure that you're not going back to the old ways that you used to do. So once you form that new belief system, make sure you're affirming it every single day. Make sure you know what you're doing, because the moment something turns sour, you're going to go back to your old ways, and you're never going to have consistent change. So, having social anxiety is not your fault, but the best thing you can do to overcome it is to do things consistently every single day to form a new habit. Maybe you can turn it up a notch. The next week, you can say hey, and you can just give them a compliment. And then whether they want to start the conversation or not, you're still on your way. It's gradual progression. Every single day, you're doing something to affirm your new belief that you are a confident person, and you can express yourself accordingly. And like I said, as soon as that belief system gets solidified in your subconscious brain, your behaviors are gonna mirror your new way, and you're just gonna do things without even thinking about it. And sooner or later, boom, you're going to be a new person. People who haven't seen you in years are going to be like, wow, what have you done? You seem so confident. You seem so sure of yourself. And you can say that because I've been doing things consistently over a period of time, I've started to form new beliefs. Now, tying this back into semen retention. Semen retention is the fastest way to knock out social anxiety, because if you have a full sack and you're out in public, you're gonna be a man. You're gonna express yourself fully. An example today, I was walking, and there was this guy who was walking down the sidewalk, and what I did is, and I was about to take a right and go, like I didn't want to cut him off. But the thing is, like, I felt like I had a need of urgency, so I just went my way and looked at him. I didn't really cut him off, but it just made it seem that I was a man on a mission and I had someplace to be. Now, if I would have relapsed, and what would happen is, like, I would have just let him pass and then just go walk behind him. But these are all subconscious behaviors that you start to attain once you've been retaining. You just do things that make you more masculine. The only time you should be relapsing is with a wife. Let's get biblical. Like this, the only time you should be relapsing is if you are in a fully committed relationship and you are in a marriage. So other than that, you should not be releasing. You use your semen as coins, spiritual coins, and only spend it, only use it when it's time. But until then, you need to save it up so you can become the best you as possible, so you can pick from the cream of the crop. Wouldn't it be better to save and get the best choices out of life instead of spilling and settling for something less than what you are? I mean, it's up to you. Doing things consistently over an occasional basis will get you that new person that you are trying to become. Like, comment, subscribe.